Wow. That is running. For the lazy bastard at home. Lazy bastards. Huh? You will hear it again, no? No?
No, but I enjoyed it once when I had Corona and I couldn't come. I don't know if you were in Berlin or here. And then you had it on, I could download it already.
Yeah.
And then I was just one talk later than you were, but I did it at the same time. So it was great. I felt like being here.
You're never gone. You're always in the air. In the air tonight, no. Maybe we turn it to there, or everyone is a bit deaf.
Deaf section. Like this.
Yeah, there was I had to go closer. Close up. It's okay now?
Very loud.
Very loud?
Very loud.
Okay? You cannot make it right for ladies. It's too much or too less? It's always power. Too much or too less? Heidi, hast du deine Stellung noch nicht gefunden? She never finds her position. Swiss people are always neutral, but it's hard to stay neutral. But they want to be there where they want to be. So, but to be neutral, you have to fight sometimes. Okay, Heidi?
Für mich ist es gut, für die Rama nicht.
Doch, jetzt ist okay.
Ist okay?
AC/DC.
Code word.
It's a word with penetration. Air conditioner in the fridge. So, welcome some whatever for the next session. And relaxed now, Jose?
Yeah. After the talks, I always have to sleep a lot.
Sure. You are not alone in that.
You also need to sleep a lot?
No. I watch some, I play ego shooter and play the game. I never can get enough from ego shooting. No, but it's a common thing. Everyone has, because you try to understand something, the brain gets very heavy and then you get more. Thinking is quite exhausting. Trying to understand, wow, makes you very tired. So, but try harder. Everyone says, Karl, you are a sleeping pill. Okay, at least that I can be. Sleeping pill. So, who wants to be first put asleep? Because no one ever awoke with me. Sometimes, but not all. Woke up with me. No. You never wake up together. It's always one first. Okay. Hey! Are you awake? The elbow treatment.
Coffee.
Get up, baby. Coffee, breakfast.
Nice.
Good. So who? It's more a lullaby here. A lullaby. To put the baby asleep, that's that what you are, can just be what it is. Sounds good, huh? Kettlefish. Catfish. Ask me something. You know my brain goes on and on and on and on. and I don't care about the bullshit what comes. So I need some stopping questions.
I have a question about projection, please.
About what?
Projection.
Projection.
So I could use some guidance on how to mind my own business, because I noticed that I often project my own shit on people around me, and especially on the ones who are most close.
Wow, they're lucky.
So the hot potato of the responsibility.
Someone moves already away. It was a warning only. Yeah.
So how does one mind their own business without
Why?
mind?
Why?
To
Be generous, come on. Show your shit. Project it to everyone. They're waiting for it.
Are they?
Yeah. Exchange what can be exchanged. No, don't be so stingy. Well, don't try to be.
But when the shit hits the fan,
The what?
when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah, that's even the best. Then it really gets spread all over the place. That's fun. Yeah. That's why it's a fan. It's a shit. It's a fan. It's fantastic. Certainly. It's a shit party.
Yes, except for the people on the other side of the fan. They don't think this.
No, they like it too, because then they can complain.
Okay.
People need to complain. It's a necessity of every person needs to complain. Did you meet any person who never complained, or it's always calm? No. If you give them something to complain, they're happy. That makes them alive. Come on, you give them something to fight for or fight against. No, have fun. Just share your shit. Like when two people meeting, it's always sharing some whatever insights. Because if you point to this, you know there is something inside. If you share that, some insights. No, don't worry. It's the most common whatever between in this human meetings. It's sharing shit. Weddings are really good for it. Funerals is nice too. No, I like it. It's like I ask for questions, then they share their question. And I share a shitty answer. Because truth cannot be shared. So what you can share is projection of truth or lies or anything. So there's nothing else you can do. Even if someone tells you I love you, he shares his shit. Projecting something, wants something. It's all business. It's all business, shit business. Trying to sell something and pretending to buy.
And with kids?
With what?
With children?
With what?
With children?
The same.
No?
You want something for them. They should keep the legacy alive of you. You want them to be your whatever second body. It's the same. It's all business. Having a child or baby, something is for you, not for the baby. Did you ask the baby that he wants to come to this world? You do it for yourself. You don't do it for the baby. Oh, then you think they should be grateful for you that you gave birth to them. Huh? There, really. I hate to say it, or I love to say it, there is no love between two. Even between mother and child, there is no love. It's all business. What do I get out of it, or what? It's always giving, taking business. Tja, what to do? So, something else to share? That's the only sound you hear here. There's fire department or emergency or like the ambulance. Yeah.
No police?
You don't hear them so much. But ambulance very often. Ooh. Yeah. No, that's the nature of what you call me, person. It's always busy, always business. What do I get out of it? Advantage, disadvantage, always trying to balance and trying to get the best out of something. Even trying to get the best out of your child or children. You always want to have an advantage in mind, and comparing with other parents and all of that, oh, come on. Family, the most dangerous place on earth. There are more killings in families than any war ever. More people get killed in families than in any war. Yeah, that's statistically proven. I'm reading the statistics all the time. Yeah. So if the corpse is found, you always ask what family is around. Who was it? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, she was, you're a lawyer for the state, huh? She's punishing everyone. You're still working? No. Okay. Safe. I remember. No, my memory is not so bad. I'm working against my dementia. This is all selfish talks. I keep this active and busy that I don't get Alzheimer or dementia or something. They say if you keep it busy, you are okay. So, you say that's right?
Well,
Yeah, I know. I felt he was in Brazil right now. The last girlfriend or
die deutsche Krankheit.
German,
Alzheimer.
German meals, huh? Masern. So where was I? Alzheimer.
No,
You see. Oh. Talking about it, huh? Then it comes. And Anasya, you still like bad Pyrmont?
Yeah. Pyrmont.
I like it, bad Pyrmont. Permanently bad. Yeah. So slowly you see why I'm here.
You also
Me too.
like it.
Huh?
You also like it.
Yeah. In my little castle up in the house. As long as the television runs and
The ego shooter.
the neighbors are quiet, I'm okay. Yeah. Something more from
On the previous talk you were speaking about wisdom and freedom. So can you elaborate a little bit more? Like what's
Yeah, they
exactly
could.
wisdom and freedom?
Yeah, if the freedom of the heart and the wisdom of the mind, like both coming together, then they erase themselves, like one is killing the other one. But by understanding you cannot kill the ego or the me. But the free heart gets just crazy, it's a craziness, it's not free. But both together, then there's freedom or craziness in wisdom. So that's called crazy wisdom, which is free because there's no need of understanding anymore. That is understand. Huh? Yeah, but if you're only free, like a free heart, you find them in a hospital somewhere, or crazy and on the street and whatever. But if there's wisdom, then it's balanced in a way, for a person at least. The life doesn't need it. The life doesn't know any wisdom or freedom, but for like a person who is only free, then it gets crazy. If it's only wisdom, it gets very stiff and still suffering. Both is kind of suffering. The suffering may end when there is crazy wisdom. Like in Mexico, the flag is like an eagle and a snake. Both are the symbols for. Eagle is like the freedom, and snake is wisdom. But the snake can bite itself, but it cannot kill itself. And the eagle can go very high, and it tries to kill itself, but can always fly. It's always too much ready to fly again. So both are unable to kill themselves. So they make a complot, the agreement. Okay, the snake, the eagle, and then take me in the air, and when we're up, you bite me. So the snake bites the eagle in the highest point, and both drop into the abyss of being killed by each other.
And so why do we need to be killed?
Yeah, but if you want to get rid of the ego, if you want to be the eagle, but you cannot be the eagle with the ego. So, what do you want? So for the person there never will be any freedom. But in the total absence of a presence of one who needs or doesn't need to be, you are that. So it's not like the ego get killed. It's just the idea gets erased. Because it cannot be killed because it was never alive. That's a problem. No, not by understanding and not by freedom it can get erased. You can only by being what you are, which is in spite of ego or no ego, what you are. So, that cannot be attained by anything. But still, in the relative way, in this so-called, there is like the crazy wisdom thing.
Inquiry.
Yeah, that's why in India they have the bhakti and the jnani, both together. Bhakti is hard. When you give up your doing and thing, you just devote yourself to the self or to the guru, or the jnani who, by understanding, gets rid of the one who understands. So the final understanding is that there is no final understanding, then there is jnani and the bhakti, but both together, then they are complete. If there is only jnani, it's not complete. There has to be devotion of devotion and bhakti of bhakti, both. You devote jnani and you understand bhakti, and in both you are jnana. That's what is wisdom. But sounds always too complicated, huh? But it's very easy.
So no way is no one single way cannot be there, right? So it's two together.
No, you are the master of it. You are the master. Every night when you fall asleep, you devote the whole world. You give up the whole world. Your bhakti, your thing. Actually, you just by dropping everything and going to the deep, deep sleep, you are without. So every night you are the master by absolute absence of any presence. And every morning the accident happens again. But the whole 7-8 hours, you don't know if you are or if you are not, but still you exist. And that existence doesn't need any presence or absence. It's absolutely independent of wisdom or jnana, bhakti, or all of that. So every night right now you are the master with that, what you call me or not me or anything. But what you are is with and without, that's all. The basic thing is you are with and without, not because. You can just not get rid of it.
And without come spontaneously without any control.
No, every night you by nature, you're tired enough and then you retire into, this drops by its nature, just like a perception disconnects from the body and then you don't sleep, the perception is just perceiving the absence, deep sleep, and the body is relaxing because there is no controller anymore. That's why it can rest. Right. And then every morning it's enough energy again, and then let's fight again. And then the controller wakes up. It's like a camera. In the morning the camera starts, and at night the camera stops. It's like on and off. But you're as much off than on what you are. You're on and off what you are. It's not like that you need to be off to be what you are. You are on and off that what you are. So there is no, the rest is technique, concepts in the presence. So,
And it only happens at night? Or it's
no, 90% of the day you are not there. For 90 or more percent, 95% you don't exist. There is no story. Your absence and presence in the same instant. And maybe 5% there is disturbance, and then the me is there, the ego. Yeah, maybe 5. If it's more than 5, 6, 7, 8%, you already go to a doctor, therapist. Too much disturbance. Then you get already paranoid or schizophrenia or something. That is because unbearable. So much input and destruction of something. So what to do? So we're talking about a healthy person, is maybe you can reduce the percentage of presence of me. Like maybe an awakened one has only 2% more aware, but it's still too much. It can never get 100% absence. It gets more or less, but that we can talk about. More or less involved. But even staying in awareness is less involved into the world, but less involved is still being involved because you're depending on being not involved. So it's like you go to the Himalaya to become a hermit, but you're still depending on of being away from the world. So there's a need of no disturbance for your peace. So then this joke's about two hermits sitting together, 1 year, 2 years, quiet, and then there comes a horse from right to left. And then 1 year later, one says, a horse. Then another year later, I go now. Why are you going? You talk too much. Old story. So you really reduce the disturbance, but it's never reduced enough. And I sit here and tell you, you have to be what you are in any circumstance. If you can only find your peace in whatever, in this way you cannot be disturbed in a remote place or controlling your environment and everything, then it's fake. A fake peace. So the peace you are never needs any different. It's a peace by itself, cannot be disturbed in its nature by anything. But the rest is what? I have no idea. Personal peace, impersonal ideas, dependencies. But there's no freedom in it. So even if you need to be free to be what you are, it's still depending on freedom. The freedom, what is your nature, never needs to be free from anything. It doesn't even know freedom. And there's no need of freedom. That what needs to be free will never be free. As much freedom would be there and control. It's all fake. Same as understanding. Knowledge cannot be known by anyone. So whatever the knower knows is relative knowledge, and cannot, by not relative knowledge, can that be attained what is knowledge. Same with freedom or anything. Yeah, so
So it's like a trap after another trap.
I tell you that next week new book comes out called The Perfect Trap. Auspicious love.
Auspicious.
Auspicious, you know what auspicious is? Absolute promising. So always promising love, that's auspicious. So love is always promising something, and you always want to laugh, you're longing for something, you love, passion, yes, love. It's such a big thing everywhere. Huh? Loving heart and open heart and all this heart business is too hard for me. Too hard. It hurts all the time. Having a heart, it hurts. Just by having a heart, it hurts.
But why like so many followers for this sadhgurus, Muji and all
Yeah,
that?
that's
Like,
why, because that's a trap.
they're like selling this.
There's hope inside, and they promise to wake up or something. You have to do something. So you always want to hear that you can do something. That keeps you alive. That gives like fuel for the energy for the me. That I can do something. I have to be quiet. I have to understand. Yes. Everyone, yeah, and then going. Yeah, it's a trap. But what can you do? Trying not to step into the trap is another trap. They're only traps.
So
The moment you wake up in the morning, there are traps. You're surrounded by traps.
So this tendency of trying to understand will just go until it's
Trap. Maybe you can just realize that the traps are there because you are. But you are not because the traps are there. So you are the trapper and the traps. And you always step into your very own trap. You're always self-guilty. There are only traps because you are. And because you are, there are traps. Because you are, there is consciousness. And when there's consciousness, there's inquiry. Yeah. You're totally responsible for everything. For all the whatever. It's very easy to be absolutely responsible. It's very easy. Being partly responsible for this personal doing, that's hell. If you're absolutely responsible, why not? Absolute. I was it. Yes, okay. Yeah, it was me. Okay, I'm that. Yeah. Yeah. So be absolutely responsible. Then there is no why me anymore. So there is no pity, no self-pity. There is maybe discomfort experiences, but no pity. You only pity yourself because God is guilty, your parents are guilty, civilization or the surrounding or whatever. But if you're absolutely guilty for all what is, the whole universe, or every action, every war, every rape, every pedophile guy or woman, whatever, every whatever, person cannot take that. So if you're absolutely responsible, it kills you as relatively, because you cannot take it. It's unbearable for anyone. But for what you are, there is no problem. That's the joy of being guilty. Yes, I was it. Woo! Because you cannot find what you are not. If you really look into it, yes, you are the cause of it. Because you are, that is. Yeah. So no need of excuses or justifications of anything. You are guilty anyway. And this is the total punishment from yourself, that you have to experience yourself as a human. There's no more punishment possible as being a human. Experiencing yourself as a human who has a consciousness, or being conscious about something. That's punishment. And only yourself can punish yourself so severe as no one else can punish yourself like that. So you're punished by yourself. That's called Upanishads. Absolute punishment. Yeah. Yes.
But there's still something in the relative that needs clarification and mistaken to be restituted. Like there's waking, dreaming, deep sleep. In
Deep sleep.
Okay.
That's the
whatever.
fourth. Deep.
The fourth is Turiya, okay?
Deep. Yeah, that's deep.
Deep sleep still has a problem.
Yeah, but
You
deep,
believe you're dead.
but deep sleep not.
I know, but you either bring aliveness into deep sleep, so you enter the Turiya, or you bring death, deep sleep here in the waking, so you enter the Turiya. Or you do it like you did it when you were watching your hands, when you were dreaming. Either way, there must be an understanding to clear a misunderstanding.
Maybe it's not an understanding, it's an absolute experience that you don't need to experience anything to be.
There is something.
No, it's an absolute experience that you don't need to experience anything to be what you are.
Still is something. That
Yeah, but it's not a need, it's just what you are every night. It's not something
what you are
special.
doesn't need anything.
Yeah, that's what I say. What you are doesn't need anything.
But what you are is also in the relative, and in the relative it needs something to waken what it is.
Maybe.
Because it believes that it's asleep.
Yeah, but that's why I said it needs a Buddha to tell the Buddha you don't need a Buddha.
And you cannot do anything about it. I agree with that.
No, but that's why Buddha said there is no Buddha, and that I have to
He
tell
said
the
that
Buddha.
later.
Yeah,
the
but
power of later, you know.
yeah. So I don't deny that it always needs a Buddha who tells the Buddha that there is no Buddha needed. So it's always a paradox,
Yeah.
and you will be
No,
put.
no paradox.
It is a paradox.
No,
You don't need it, but you need it.
it's not a paradox.
What is a paradox?
Who cares?
Yeah, then you cannot talk anymore. What to do? Then we have to be quiet.
It doesn't change anything if we're quiet, even that. You know?
It may change or not.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Now you look. Yeah. So you have to wake up from waking up. How to do that? And you have to make more vipassana. Being awake before waking up happens. That's a pointer of vipassana
Yeah, I agree.
exercise. Be aware before you wake up. Just one split second before waking up happens, experience yourself as being present. But then you always fail. But you always will fail anyway, in any technique. So in failing, maybe you may realize you will always fail. That you are the absolute failure. But you have to try. To try and try and try. And no one knows when the last failing happens. No one knows. Unpredictable. And I only know the master is already in charge, and the master knows best what to do and what not to do for that final failing. Yeah, no one can help you in that. You are the master yourself. And no one can. So the master places you here that you can sit here and listen to this guy. I don't know why. I would not sit here. Yeah.
So this failing is also like a tendency, trying until it's exhausted.
A tendency of what?
A tendency of trying to wake up.
Yeah, because you read so much about it, and everyone tells you have to wake up, you have to become more aware, you have to, whatever. That's the way it is, you have to. Because you met so many teachers, you read so many books, you have to. And then because you want to believe that there's something to do, because you're longing for yourself. You're longing for the end of longing. So I cannot blame you, you cannot blame yourself. It's a natural tendency to get rid of tendencies. Yeah, that's the thing, you long for the end of longing. And you think, when I know myself, the longing will end. When I tell you, the longing will never end. You have to be what you are in spite of the longing. Because the longing is consciousness. Consciousness is longing to know consciousness. And it will never ending. Because consciousness will never know consciousness. There is no way that consciousness knows itself. So you may wait forever if you wait for consciousness to know it itself. So there will be longing, inquiry. And you have to be, you are in spite of it. You may waiting of Godot, waiting of that moment of end of longing, but there will be no end of longing.
So basically there is nothing I need to do.
You can neither do or not do anything. Enjoy the doing, enjoy the non-doing, because both are futile. Whatever is done or not done is futile. That's the beauty, that's the joy of futility. It's all futile. It's wonderful. But this is just, I'm sitting here tell you, enjoy the failing. Enjoy, because the failing is like I'm sailing, like a sailor who is sailing. He has to sail. The self has to inquire into itself as a consciousness. So you will sail forever. Every 7 seas you have to cross and so many harbors. And you always have to go back into and sailing. You will be forever Rod Stewart. I am sailing, across the sea. Yeah, that's why you're a seaman. Like you see, and you always want to see the other shore or something. You always look further, maybe there, maybe there. That's consciousness. You cannot blame it. That's the nature of the lover and the beloved. The lover wants to know the beloved. Because consciousness is in love with consciousness. Crazy, eh? It creates two, just by love. Intention to know yourself, intention to whatever. So what to do?
And what to do.
Yeah. Enjoy yourself. It will take a while. Yes, that's the only, at whatever point it will take, you cannot imagine how long it will be, this longing. Forever and ever. And one day, this day. This day is always too much. Eternity is fine, but today, no. That's too much. Yeah. Then you will sit in the now forever. Then you're already bored. The idea is already, fuck, being always in the now and that forever. Yeah. How is Caesar?
I thought you would ask. It's fine.
Yeah? Because the news from Ecuador or Venezuela,
Yeah.
it's not so good sometimes.
Yeah. All the time. It's so good.
He was always kicked out of some places. It was amazing. Tiro, neighbors, or Thailand there, and then back to home and thing. So it's not, even you cannot control anything. Even if you're the best intention, your neighbors will kick you out. No peace,
Not even for a weekend.
no rest anywhere. Yeah, good. Anything more? Madame Russian said. She has a sad face. If she would be running around, no one would recognize her anymore. Life enjoying itself in being sad. Yeah, any questions from the sad frontier? The other shore. Sad.
Karl, there is no point in waiting for enlightenment.
No, why not? Now I switch. I'm always a bastard, I tell you. The moment you say what I say the opposite. I know myself like for this. The moment you come to my side, I go to the other side. Sorry. But you know I'm not sorry. Excuse them all. Yeah, but why not waiting? What else can you do? Waiting in the waiting room of existence. As a person. Hmm? Waiting for Yama to come and knocking on your door. It's your time now. Okay, I'm coming. Ready to die? But I have to go anyway. Oh, knock on heaven's door. No. Yeah, it's already arranged, the time, the place, when it knocks you down. Can happen any moment, huh? Yeah, so in the face of that, what, are there any problems? Of enlightenment, being awake or not? If it's already gone, the whole story is already over. Even the awakened one die and get tired. It's like Muchi now, he retired without any date, without any, no one can come anymore to Mount Tralala. I like it. My age, he's younger than me, 6 weeks younger. Every day counts. But they announced he's very tired now and now he needs a big rest. No one knows how long. Getting back to his energy. He was spending too much Shakti to the disciples. Too much transmission.
What is it like? What's actually there? I was struggling to understand. Like people feel some energy next to these gurus. Like what is it?
It's a guru trap.
But also like.
It's a cheese. Like if you want to catch mice, you put some cheese into a trap, and the Shakti, it's a trap for the people who come and they're hungry for energy.
This is like some kind of city superpower.
Yeah, cities. Cities are, by the way, you get them when you maybe meditate enough and you start to concentrate very intense, and then cities come, your body gets maybe just tricks. Like snake charming, they call it. Snake charmers. Charming the snake like consciousness, because it's energy transmission thing. It may happen, but some they use it as a like come, and then having experiences, people think, oh, there is something. I'm at the right place because I feel something. I feel this energy or this Shakti and peace around him, so in this Buddha field and all of that. And then you are in the butter trap.
Yeah, but then you listen to them, it's kind of like bullshit, right?
No, I think some things, it's okay what he says.
It's like a mixture of.
I don't know. He's attracting people by beautiful words. I sometimes think too, I should talk more beautiful. I try sometimes. But at the end it's always shit. No, if I see the bank account of some of Tolle or Mucci or all of this in foundation, I think, oh, maybe I should put more beauty into my words and nice things and giving some hope for whatever. But the moment I start talking, I cannot. It would be like a rape for myself. I would have to rape myself. If I just by intention to want something from you and I would talk about getting something from you, I would feel so bad. Like it would be a rape for me. Like it just would be for being loved or getting attention or something. I try the opposite, but it doesn't work either. But the Karl, the banker Karl sometimes tells me, the little businessman, come on Karl, come on, try it. You can do a bit more nicer, be nice and give compliments and tell, now you talk already from a different level. And blah, blah. All this. No, I listen to that when there's talks or satsang or something. They're always pleasing it.
Yeah.
They get pleased in that way. And then, but that's a question. I always ask people, do you want to be pleased by me? No. That would be too much. No. Please not. No. But that is like, by instinct you know what is pleasant, you don't know. Something is, it stings by instinct. If it's too pleasant for the ego, it gets honey on thing and no honey, no honey, no honey. And it's just like if someone wants to go to bed with you like that, charming you for something, and then you already know what he's up to. Yeah.
I like your Shakti.
The what?
I like your Shakti.
My Shakti.
Yeah.
He's pleasing.
Oh, but I cannot help it.
I know.
If there is some, it's okay. If not, not. But I have no intention to use it.
I never said you did.
No, I mean like it's, but I know when people talk beautiful words and so, and they're pleasing, then I know they're charming.
No, there are gradations of Shakti.
Yeah. I have no idea. When you are Shakti, you don't know Shakti. What are you laughing?
The two of you.
Ping pong. The ping
It's
pong.
like looking, almost like looking at the mathematical equation, and it's very different on both sides of the whatever, but it's the same at the same time.
No, same. Shaka.
Shaka.
But I know exactly what they're doing, and it can be done. Whatever. It happens sometimes in talks that some people will get hot or something. It's all if you talk directly into their core, then they feel something. I know it. If you talk through the person into that what is not there, then they get because then something is then they feel. So it can be done, but not by intention. I normally talk to myself everywhere. It's nothing special for me. It's not satsang for me. It's not a special celebration of something. If I talk to the beggar, if I talk to the shop owner or something, I always talk to what I am. So it's not satsang. I don't know what it is. Thanks God. Sing sang. Shak. Huh? Dog? No. She looks like, what do you want from me? What do you want? Yeah. But for a long time in the 80s or till the mid-90s, I was very fascinated by cities and using and tralala. Wow, Castaneda and dream energy and looking into the core and making people shake and the beggar's interior. I was say, you really want something from me? And I looked and then the whole thing, oh! You want more? No! Yeah, but after a while it gets boring too. It's just, you lose interest. In the beginning you think you have something, it's your Shakti. You still take it as yours. That you But after a while, it's what the fuck? What to control? But you play with it for a while, and then, but you know, at the end, it played with you. It was not yours in the first place. It's just a game of consciousness, a game of whatever. So if you cannot control it anyway, if it's not your Shakti anyway, then may there be Shakti. Why not? Ja, Diana, huh? Shak. Shak. Ah, so yeah. Huh? You were with a Shakti master, Papaji, so much Shakti. I mean, like you are an expert, me not.
It was tangible.
It was what?
Tangible.
You see? Oh, many people
It's
say,
tangible here also.
you know, my mail.
So what?
Yeah, no, I know many in Tiro and then, oh, Papaji was a different, whatever, caliber, whatever. Gallop. Yeah.
Yeah, the trouble with Shakti is that it can give certain experiences, but these are not serious. I mean, it's not something to show
No,
after. But the finest Shakti allows the self to see itself. That's
to be itself,
to be itself.
not to see it, but to be it.
Like
But-
I said before, it needs
Yeah.
some clearing.
No, Shakti in energy sometimes is needed for understanding,
Yeah.
but understanding has limits. There's a limit of understanding, so there can be an understanding. You need a certain amount of Shakti or energy, otherwise there is no understanding.
I don't know what you mean by understanding, but when I'm saying understanding, I'm talking about the clearing of the mistake, of the self-made mistake.
No, but it's even if you want to clarification, it needs Shakti, it needs energy for
Yes.
clarifying something.
Yes.
It needs a potency of whatever. If it's
But-
not there, if you're weak and you feel under the water or something, there is no possibility. So in the personal way, it needs some more energetic whatever.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, but we can only talk about the personal understanding, because that what you doesn't need to understand anything. There is no bridge between that.
But still it happens, and it happens through Shakti.
It happens what?
It happens through Shakti, even if it doesn't need to understand anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In the relative world, in this whatever
We're
dream.
not talking about the relative.
Yeah, but we talk about it. We can only talk about the relative. The other one doesn't need to be
But
talked.
when I'm silent, I'm not talking about the relative.
Yeah, but even if you talk about that, you talk about the relative.
So you can only talk about Shakti anyway. You
It's
can
all
never-
relative. It's all.
You can never talk about Shiva.
You can talk about it, but he
It's
doesn't
not Shiva,
mind.
it's something
He doesn't mind to be talked about.
But you cannot even talk about it because it cannot be condensed to something.
We can talk about it, but it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean that you're not talking about it anyway. You're talking about something, you call it.
No, you give it a name, but he doesn't mind.
The fact that it doesn't mind.
Yeah, but that's the nature of Shiva. He doesn't mind to be Jiva or Shiva.
Yeah,
Carelessness.
yeah.
Yeah, but we can talk about it. It doesn't create it. You cannot change it.
It doesn't change its essence or its existence or
No.
its whateverness. But you cannot talk about it. That's Shiva cannot know it himself, like you said.
Shiva can only know itself by being Shiva,
Yeah.
but not by knowing Shiva. So we can talk about it. We can talk about anything. That I like. You can talk or not talk. You can talk about anything, Shiva, God, self, or anything. It has no consequence in any sense.
True.
So we can talk about it. That's the beauty of entertainment. It's not because you need it, you just enjoy it. It's the nature of enjoyment is that you don't need it.
Okay, let's put it this way. You can talk about anything, but it's impossible to talk about Shiva.
As I said, you can talk about it, but Shiva doesn't mind. Shiva doesn't need to be talked about, Shiva.
I agree with you, because we're talking about two different things here.
No, we're talking about, but we can only talk about. Walkie-talkie. Whatever is walking is talking. What are you walking about? My boots will walk all over you. Nein. Pointers, pointers, pointers. Pointing to that one never needs to be pointed to. Huh? Shalava. What's going on? And I do it a long time, huh, Shalava? Talking about, let's say, there's no need to talk about it. Yeah, but this is empty words, which is joy. It's all empty, empty talk, empty listening, empty, empty. Nothing comes by it, nothing goes by it. That's again, nothing ever happened. I talked to her, she's not here, but I just talked to her.
When you mentioned today that it feels like a betrayal when you feel like if you were to want something from someone or a certain result, how do you navigate in the world without, you do have preferences, right? You know what you want for breakfast, you know what you want in the moment.
No. You know, your main preference is comfort. How to achieve being in a comfort zone. You want to have it comfortable all the time. That is your intention. You give it different names, but normally it's just comfort. That nothing disturbs you. So you're longing for peace. You want to create a circumstance you can control where you feel comfortable. Healthy is another word for it, or whole or something. So you always try to manage your life. And you know you fail all the time. So your preference, actually is the preference not having a preference. You want to get rid of your preferences. That's your preference. Your intention is getting rid of intention. But as much you want to get rid of intention, your intention is growing. As much as you're longing not to long, you long. It's an absolute trap. So having no preference is still a preference. But it's your preference, not having a preference. And my preference is renz. I don't want to, right now I don't want to switch to another whatever. I have no choice anyway. Every morning there's a preference. Okay, renz again. It's a preference. You prefer, what's your name? Julia. There's a prefer Julia. So, and what is waking up and has no choice. It's a choicelessness. Okay, Karl, okay. Julia, okay. And then Julia has preferences. Karl has preferences, but that what is cannot choose who wakes up and what preferences come. You have to live whatever wakes up in the morning. So your life living as Karl, your life living as Julia, life living as everyone, life living as a universe. So there's a choicelessness. Life is living, that's all. Whatever. But not because there's a preference. So that what wakes up here is waking up there. So that what is living Karl is living you, Julia. So life is living. That's all. There's no second life. That's non-duality. There's life, and life is living. So life is living Karl, life is you living, look around, the whole universe. There's not more to it, and that you don't have to understand. It's just obviously, it's an open secret. Just an open secret. That is, what is Vaivo Vai? What's the open secret? That was Vaivo Vai, yeah? Or not? Headless Way? That was someone else. No, it's just so obviously and such an open secret, and you always want to discover something, but it's never covered. It's so obviously. Life is living. And as you cannot not be, you are that what is living itself here, there, and everywhere. So you are that what is realizing itself in the whole reality you call, or anything. Just simply life living. And that life is never born, will never die. So life is living as someone who is born, and then living, dying. So experiencing birth, death, but by all that experiences, nothing ever happened to life. Life doesn't know any consequences in any way. So, I just talk to you.
To me?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew you now, but the share knows. We just talked about nothing ever happened. And then I said, I told you, but now you come in. You see, now the share tells you where you sit. Yeah. So it's more than simple, it's so natural. That is your nature. Life is your nature, and living is the way you live yourself. As Karl, as Julia, as anyone here. For that there is no need of understanding or anything. Just be that what is living itself. In any possible way. Shakti or no Shakti, the only Shakti I know is life. Life is Shakti, it is energy, and energy is living itself, vibrating in itself. This is all the vibration of energy or Shakti or life, vibrating in infinite different ways, of forms and non-forms and all possibilities of imaginary whatever. The only dream is that one day you may die. It will stop. That's a dream. That there's an end to it. That's the only dream. So maybe you can only wake up and seeing it will never end. Life is life. And it was, it is, it will be that what it is. Yeah. And that never wakes up. It's always awake. It's always that what it is. And that what wakes up is what? Imaginary vibration of Karl or form. Or camera starts, an engine starts running or something. But life is not starting there. So that what you are or self, call it whatever, is always awake. It's never not awake. Never needs to wake up from anything or to anything. And there are no levels in life for life. But life is vibrating in infinite levels and states and anything what you can imagine. So, even as Julia is projecting her shit to others, it's life projection. Living projection. So for me even shit is life. Life is living itself as shit. So I don't make it, there's only the quality of life living. And who discriminates that is gold and that is shit? From the alchemy of the self is that everything is gold. It was, it will be life. So the phenomenon, the nomenon and the phenomenon is not different. Because the phenomenon is like the shadow of the self. But the self and the shadow in nature are not different. So the universe and the whatever you are, life, they are not two. So this is and that is whatever. No two. And that you cannot not be, that's all. So be what you cannot not be.
I am.
Hmm?
I am.
Yeah. That's all I'm pointing to. And then there is a game of projecting or anything, and you do as if there is someone. That's all you do. You do as if. And now you forgot that you do as if. Now it became your reality. That's your problem. You played a role, and now your role became your reality. But it's just you're an actor. You're acting everything. You're the absolute actor, acting everything. And I just remind you, come on, it's just a role you play. Come on. When the stage is over, the thing you go, and the actor is again the actor without a role. So playing a role has no consequences for you. You don't become the role. You play a human. It's bad, I know, to play a human is the worst you can play. It's really a bad play. When you really can shake your beer, Shakespeare. No, I don't want to play this role. But you have to play it anyway until the role is finished. The script is written, the movie is shot, now the role is done, everything is already done. So, what to do? You are the perfect actor when you forgot that it's just a role. So perfect you are in your role, playing a role, the perfection itself, playing a perfect role, and you perfectly forget that it's only a role, because by forgetting that it's only a role, you play it perfectly, being a human. What a fucker. So you're cursed by your perfection. It's a curse to be so perfect, absolute perfect, that you even perfectly believe in your role. And you cannot otherwise. And I just being a reminder here, like, come on, you just play a role. Be serious. Be honest. Start laughing about your... You cannot get more funny as playing serious. A serious person. Nothing is more funny as being a serious person. Seriously. When you believe in yourself, in your role, yes, you get an Oscar all the time. The Golden Globe. The whole world is full of Oscars. I think the name of consciousness is Oscar. And again, who wants the role for the best acting? Even the supporting role gets the Oscar. Even that is what you are. But maybe you are now playing a supporting role, but you want to play the main role. Fuck, but you already play the main role. You don't have to... There's no casting for it. You always cast it in the beginning. Perfect casting. Why not me? Why I'm not the enlightened role there, or the awakened one? Why not me? You're already that one. Stupid. And he believes to be awakened. Perfectly believing in his role, being a guru, being a teacher, and all what he achieved in a so-called realization, and when all he plugged into the universal knowledge and all that, whatever you can do. It's such a perfection. I adore myself for that. It's stupid, but I adore it. Perfectly stupid. Cannot be more or less stupid. Perfection in action, stupid. Perfect ignorance, fantastic. You play your ignorant role perfectly. bow down to your perfection. Sounds good, huh?
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh. Yeah. Texas. I always take the tax people coming.
Well, I just love this idea that we're just playing a role, and then it's, and we'll just play it
Yep.
until the roll's up, yeah.
But yeah, until the final bang.
Curtain closes.
Yeah. Like the final tick. It's like in an action, and then shot, go home, then you watch television. But when you're really serious and very honest with yourself, you know you play a role. You know it by heart. Everyone knows he plays a role. That is fucking playing a role. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one time this was a long time ago, I was at the grocery store, and I heard, like, inner voice that said, "I'm tired of playing a role," and I was looking at frozen chicken.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I heard charade, and I was like, what?
It's a
I
big
mean, I
charade.
was like hearing, but it was,
Yeah, that's your master talking. But still you have to play.
but still,
Yeah, it's a charade against yourself. You cannot stop it before it stops. And then comes another role. It doesn't stop by one realizing it's also a role and saying, what are all the other roles are played by this same energy and consciousness? It goes on and on and on. And then it's a never-ending play of consciousness. One goes and another one pops up. And then you always, you're the big harvester of everything. Every moment is harvesting yourself. It's only harvest time. But now you want to make maybe good harvest or something. What you think would be harvesting yourself. No, every moment is harvesting. You always harvest what you are. It's every experience you have is experiencing, harvesting what you are in different ways. So they're all fruits. But no fruit is satisfying you. Then comes the next and the next and the next. Always hungry again. Yeah, what to do? Otherwise you could say, if Buddha really realized his nature, it should have stopped everything for everyone. If the self once for all realizes it doesn't need anything, it just can be the self, Shiva can be just auspicious in his total absence. Why does this movie goes on? Didn't help. It goes on and on and on and on. Never-ending stories. That's why I like Ramana when he says, where are you going now? You're dying. What shall we do without you? Where should I go? I am that. For me there is no coming, no going. I am that. There's no way of going. There was no way of coming and there's no way of going for what you are. So that Jesus even, wherever you lift a stone, I will be there. Wherever you meet in my name, I will be there. So, eternal life. That is what you are. And when this role stops, what is left is eternal life, but you can already be what you are before it stops, that's all. You don't have to wait for it. Just be now that what you cannot not be and play the role. And it's always perfection. Trying to stop it before it stops, that's pain. Then you give yourself the pain of trying not to be what you are. You want to avoid yourself. That's painful. Trying to avoid yourself. But even that you cannot stop. Then you're really fucked. I'm accepting everything. I don't want to avoid anymore, and I'm just, let it be as it is, ha ha ha. It's just another role. Even that is not special and doesn't control it. Because then you think, I can control it by accepting it. By letting it be as it is, ha 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 ha. It's just a let it be role. No, the beauty of your nature is no advantage in anything. And when there's no advantage, there's no disadvantage. That's the beauty of it. There's neither advantage or disadvantage for what you are. Advantage and disadvantage is only a display of this ping pong or tennis or something, or football. There's advantage, disadvantage, roles played by, but for what you are, there's nothing like that. So yes, there's an experience of an advantage, but who owns it? Whose advantage is that? Does it really give something to who? Makes it, you become more or less by it, no? The quantity of more and less, more knowledge, less knowledge, Shakti. So even the Shakti is just a vibration of what? Oh, you feel it in your hand. In your dick, everywhere vibrates. Everyone became horny. So much Shakti. The vibrator started to vibrate. Shakti Fakti. Yeah, but no one says the sun is burning and feel the sun, so much Shakti and the sun my guru and but even in Mexico the sun is God and things, so even that but then there is a person who is a bit more, it's shining a bit more. It's a shining. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
It's the axe there, a lot of Shakti, crazy wisdom Shakti. Hack. Hack, hack. What the heck is going on? Gene Hackman. Ask me something. Otherwise you go into the movies. Movie star. You switched the time, no? You sort of started at 6, huh? No? Something better to do. You went to the town for a nice swing. Yeah, my dear.
But you make it sound as if you're as stuck as we are.
I am as stuck as you.
But then you wouldn't be sitting there.
You can change. I can sit there. You think it would make a difference? I had many times, 3-4 times along, there were always some, it's just because you sit there is this energy place and things. So I said, okay, let's change. So we switched. I went to his place and then the whole crowd moved, all attention went to where I was sitting. Then he was sitting alone again. Fuck. It's not a share. But people try it, they think it's just you're sitting, you get attention, you are sucking the attention from the seekers and you have that, just this position makes that child whatever and you can talk because the share gives you the authority. So okay, let's switch. But then the whole thing went away from him. Then he was really disappointed. So what to do? If this is the role to play of this whatever, body, mind, tralala here, then it's just a play. Just a loudspeaker maybe there's something vibrating through that loudspeaker which is not vibrating to other loudspeakers. Different roles. But it doesn't make me special. Just different. But it seems to be different, but it doesn't make a difference. There's no advantage or disadvantage here or there. So what to do? Maybe there's one advantage here, I get pain money. And you have the pain of pain. There's never enough to pay for that pain. I didn't ask for that role. It was unavoidable.
But I was just talking about the experience, that your experiencing must be different.
Yeah, from here to there, it's different than from there to here. Yeah, that's a different experience, but it doesn't make any difference. If life is experiencing itself in a relative body of person or something, and it's reality there is being a person, makes life not different. And maybe here the experience is being maybe not knowing what I am. Not knowing what I am and not knowing what I'm not. So it's a difference of experiences, because there's the pointlessness, or there's no standpoint for Karl. It can change every moment. Many people complain that I always change my position. If I say this one, I say that one, I talk from there or anyone, they cannot catch me for what I am. So always catch me if you can. And normally a person can be catched. He is like this, and it's, so there's a difference, but it doesn't make a difference. So I'm more variation. I can variate very easily from there to there, taking standpoints, leaving that again, not being stuck in something, seems like. So it seems to be more free of changing positions. Because you fight for your position, you have your standpoint and your castle, your armor around and fight. And I just let it go, let it not, whatever. If I would be an armor here, they would break me. Everyone would fight against me. If I would have a standpoint and tell whatever, they would hit and they would fight against me and things. But if I just change a standpoint, going from there to there, they don't know what to fight for or who to fight. So I have some techniques. But otherwise I could not do it. Maybe not 25, 30 years I'm doing that bullshit. Otherwise they would have killed me already. They tried. In Tiro they are really beasts. Because in Tiro everyone is a guru. And everyone knows better what Ramana said and how it should be and what the mountain is asking them and all of that. Everyone knows best. And when you realize you have to behave like this, and if you're awake you are like this, and if you're not permanently awareness and awake day and night, you are not that. You have to really check you out and attack whatever you say. And I like it. Yeah, if you don't like it, you should not do it. I love to fight against windmills, because it's not serious. I'm just hitting into some empty ideas and taking ideas and this. It's not like I have to lose something or I can win something. I can neither win or lose. I just like to fight. Okay. But now I am more, mischievous. Now I have a colleague inside of everyone who fights with me. Before I always wanted to break the armor of people, breaking them, hitting the ego and destroying. No, I'm just, the worst thing, I leave them as they are. Unexpected. For me, everyone is perfectly alright as he is. Meant like this and nothing right or wrong, and that's too much for everyone. What? I'm alright? No, that cannot happen. Something must be, I have to do something with me, I have to work on myself, something has to change. No, you are perfectly okay. Yeah, it's strange, that more kills them more than if you try to get rid of them. I tell her, you're perfectly sad and I like it, I love it. Such a nice, sad person. Wow. Then she's laughing all the time. You have to do against something, your sadness. Come on, more joy in your life and things. Then, no. So. Attention. The food is Fass. Yeah, Julia. Where's Romeo? Juliet. The best relationship ever. They killed themselves before even the relationship could start. Yeah. That's the point of Shakespeare. The one and only good relationship ever.
The one that never happened.
And the one they just killed themselves before it could happen. That's why it's a perfect love story. Because they never had lived together. Because living together kills everything. So if you love somebody, go the other way.
Yes.
Leave him alone.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be you, but you want the other one to bear you. So if you really love them, go away, run away from that one. If you hate one, make a relationship. Really hit him hard and under the belt and thing, because that always happens. Wherever I look, relationship is fighting. They're hit really in places where it really hurts. Wow, and they know where it hurts. Huh? Must be really fun. They want to make a role model out of their partner. And when the partner is doing what they want, they leave. Then they move to a next object. Love. No. So I could be a therapist. Partner therapist. Part therapy. That would be something.
How would that look like?
What?
How would that look like?
They would fight against me, but they would stick together forever against me. I would attack both or each of them, and then they would fight for the other one then, against me. That's a perfect therapy. You just give them another enemy. So, I'm good with it. Yeah, good. Holland. In English you don't ask anything. In German you are better.
I have to practice my German.
Selfish, you just want to practice it. Germanistic. Germanistic. Yeah. Budapest. Huh? Something? Bucharest, not Budapest.
The Western world they are the same.
Bucharest. But it's rest.
Yeah, it's
Both is rest.
It's resting, yeah.
Bucharest, no. Pest is something else. Plague. The Hungarian plague. Buddha, yeah, the pest of Buddha. Budapest. The plague of Buddha. Religion. Buddhism is a plague, Christianity is a plague, it's all a plague, huh? Quite a disease. And one disease fighting against the other one. If you do that, you don't go to heaven, to paradise. Yeah, but even that is you're responsible for. Huh? It's unbelievable. Even for all the religions, huh? All the fighting for God, so many gods, and my God is better than yours and stronger than yours. What irony that you fight for your almighty God as if he needs you to fight for him. If you need to fight for him, you make him weak. It's just a weakness you show for him. It's like if you fight for your guru. If you defend your guru, you make him weak. If you defend God, you make him weak. What a crazy thing, no? Fighting for God makes him a weak bastard. But you think you are proud and you are a fighter for the whatever. You get a gold medal of stupidity. Huh? Fighting for your guru. That's why I always attack gurus all the time. Clicking it. And if they start defending them, they doubt them, not me. For me, they never existed in the first place. But the moment you defend your guru, you doubt him, not me. I like to make it with Osho and all of this. And some really get Osho hot. Don't say anything against my guru.
You get Osho feared.
Osho feared, yeah. The fear of Osho. Osho fence. Osho. Yeah, that's it. The fire goes up. Osho. You're the chauffeur of fire. Or chauffeur. Or chauffeur. Yeah. Sweden, no? Oslo. That's
There we go.
Then you make someone. No, it's not. If you tease the Swedish guy and it's very easy. Then one wants to make it correct again, correction thing. That we cannot leave it as it is. No, we have to correct it. No, that would be something. What a trick. Finished. A Swedish who wants to be finished. Finally. Yeah.
Before you, at some point about, what did you call it? The final accident.
Yeah. Maybe the final accident is that you see it's all by accident. There's nothing behind it, like no plan or no God or anything. There's no guilt, no sin, because this is the final accident that you see everything as an accident. Even to see it as an accident is by accident and not by your doing, by your effort. So even that is an accident. So this aha, whatever, this the split second of whatever, it's by accident and not by your understanding, by your whatever, following something, religion, or it never happens by any effort, just by accident. And you never know when this accident may happen or may not happen. You have to be, in spite even of that accident, you have to be what you are. Maybe that accident will never happen, this final accident.
Or it did already happen.
Or it happened and you didn't feel anything. Because that's an accident. Because what you are never feels anything.
I think that's what's happening today, that it's catching up to an accident like that happened about 10 years ago.
No, that's why I say I just remind you that it's infinitely already happened.
Yeah.
But it came just like a wind, like a breeze. But you cannot catch the wind, so you cannot hold it. So because nothing happened. And then it seems like you forget it again, or it's like a forgetfulness happens again. the Swedishness.
And took the front seat.
Yeah. And then comes Ramana, then it needs to be established. It's like that, whatever. But how to do that? Abiding in it. Yeah, how to abide in that? What never needs to abide. Yeah, that's the main question. How to, what to do?
I mean, I think that's why I found it so amusing with Mr. wherever.
Disgusting.
Yes. Because that kind of like, it is so obviously already there,
But I
that
said,
it just goes away also.
it's such an open secret
Yeah.
that you don't see it.
Yeah, and then,
It's so permanent, it's uninterrupted.
yeah,
And that what is uninterrupted you cannot experience.
Yeah.
You cannot make a special experience of that what is uninterrupted. You are uninterrupted.
Yeah.
You are like a flat line. Uninterrupted.
finished.
That is finishing.
Yeah.
That's finished. That's what is uninterrupted. So you cannot not be, because that is what is uninterrupted. And whatever you've done or not done, whatever comes and goes.
Yeah.
Call it whatever.
And then there is this, now today, this morning, where there's something that got to, wait a minute, what action? Oh shit, yeah.
Shift.
Shit, it's like,
No, and then you maybe experience failing again because your attention goes out again to this fleeting thing, to the movement, the story. And it's like a dog goes out and then it comes back again. So you just let it go and you just keep quiet. Then it goes out and comes back by nature. But if you want to stop it to go out, you're involved again. This is a mind. Let the mind go out, minding the mind, do whatever. It will come back anyway. It will exhaust itself and comes by nature back. And you still will be there. You where you are and you will be, mind going out, no stopping peace of mind or peace not of mind, whatever the mind is doing, what you are is in spite of it, uninterrupted. And for that nothing ever happened in any way. There are many happenings and things and go and come and car and roles are played and things, but this uninterrupted existence you are, unaffected by anything.
I'm sitting here and I'm counting songs
Yeah.
instead. It's like keeping that busy with creating a soundtrack to ongoing references to music
Yeah.
that you come out and that's something I could be busy with meanwhile, and the rest is whatever.
Let life happens meanwhile.
Yeah.
That's a wrench.
And it could
Yeah,
be that
that's-
there is a difference to, like there is, I don't know. But there was something that came back that demanded an either or, and I think that either or is not so, I don't know, it's like, 10 years ago Oslo would have been really important, but now it's more like,
You have a preference of the uninterrupted and you try to avoid the impermanent. Permanent, impermanent. And
Yeah.
you think the impermanent is less than the permanent.
yeah.
That's the last trap. I just opened the trap and you stepped into it and now I close it again. You're both. You're schizophrenia itself. You are that what is schizophrenia. It's the way of your existing or experiencing yourself. And schizophrenia You are permanent and impermanent in the same instant. There's no two.
But the idea of a preference is still there.
Yeah, but you are in preferences and non-preferences. Preferences are in that whatever, so you are the play and the player and what is played. You don't know what you are and what you're not. This absolute not knowing what you are and what you're not. You're neither permanent or impermanent. Neither. Or both. Say whatever. But as I said, I open just the trap of permanence, uninterrupted. And you step into it, you know that. Because you make your preference, this is peace, and that is maybe whatever it is, war or longing or anything. So you want to be in that permanent peace of uninterrupted peace. But even that is a trap. Yeah, it's a famous trap. It's a very common trap. It's like being that pure awareness, uninterrupted awareness, blah blah blah, nothingness, whatever, whatever comes and goes, and whatever comes and goes cannot disturb that permanence itself. All blah, and everyone yells, me too. This is part of the play. You cannot avoid it. But it's still a preference. And it needs one to have a preference. But what is your nature doesn't even know what it is and what it's not, and there is no possibility of preference or anything. There is there is not in any way any ownership possible. Because for ownership it needs two, but for what you are, the nature of it, there is no second. And without a second there cannot be any preference.
So there is something now, the word lost, or not lost, but
Lost in translation.
lost in trance.
Yeah. Everyone wants to be in a permanent trance. Translation. Trance. Uninterrupted trance. The ecstasy of being. Everyone read all these books about Satchitananda and all of that, and uninterrupted joy and the ananda of it, and everything else is whatever. The self and its glory and auspicious ananda. But you have to be in self Sat Chit Ananda as you are in self Chit Ananda. So you are the knowledge and you are the ignorance. They are not two.
It should be forbidden to tell those kind of things, shouldn't it?
Should be forbidden. Not allowed. It's a forbidden words. Blasphemia.
Yes.
Blasphemia.
But it is interesting, and it's fascinating, isn't it, how one buys into these stories. There's so many.
How willing you will step into the next trap.
Yeah.
When you're honest, you want, you long for, and you want to step in again because this longing is, the love is so strong, and this whatever, the intention is so strong to finally find it or end it, having it. You want this, trying to get it. I don't get it. Just if one says, I don't get it, I'd say, thanks God. Imagine you can own it. Yeah, but it's like, so, the nature of knowledge is not different as the nature of ignorance. They are not two. So ignorance is knowledge and knowledge is ignorance. Like war is peace and peace is war. There is no two different words, but that the nature of both is not different. So be what you cannot not be means be in the schizophrenia of your existence. You experience yourself small and impermanent, but it doesn't make you impermanent. You experience yourself as permanent, but it doesn't make you permanent. You're neither permanent or impermanent. You're neither nominal or phenomenal. Both. You're neither that or that. Always neither. This is the middle path of Buddha, like this. Going, this absolute not knowing what you are and what you are not. And resting in that absolute not knowing. And just abiding into that, but cannot be, because that is only by laziness you can be that. By absolute laziness. You cannot even to be lazy is too much work for you. So you cannot try to be lazy, because trying to be lazy is too much work. You're lazy by nature, because what you are never did anything, or nothing, or anything. It's not even an idea of doing or not doing. So this absolute non-doership, what is it? Nothing ever happened. Nothing is ever done. Nothing is ever created, so nothing can ever be destroyed. Everyone reading all the Diamond Sutra, Heart Sutras, and Buddha, and all of that, but nothing sticks on you. You read it many times, infinite times, and you're full of forgetting it. Because if you really would read it and it would go into you would just, it would be just so natural. But you like to, whatever. Well, once a dog, always a dog. That you understood.
You didn't like that.
No, but I don't like it. At least one understands me. Yeah, I always say I should be frustrated like hell because no one understands what I say. But I like it, I love it that even I don't understand what I say. That I love. I don't have to understand what comes out of this loudspeaker. There's no need for anything. It's just, if I say it's a verbal diarrhea, I mean it. It's just the living words, which is like a verbal diarrhea. It just comes out without any preference or anything. I can talk low and high and anything, and this indifference of anything. So.
There is this despite of.
In spite.
Despite of what you are saying, which actually is something that is understood that there is nothing to understand here. So despite of Karl talking.
No, that we can say there is a piece which is uninterrupted. There's just that what you as a Latin talk. Latin talk. There's something what is totally, doesn't need to relax in anything. It is already totally relaxed by nature. Because there is no two. It cannot be in any tension. That is just there. If it would be, start laughing, it would be, but that's why it's called silence. Absolute still, or zero. Totally still. 0, like 373 degrees Fahrenheit, or what it's called. The total dead point of 0, which is always what you are. Absolute, no movement or non-movement, whatever there's not even a flat line, because there's not even a line of anything. So, and people sometimes don't believe me if I say I like to listen to what I say. And you do the same. You like to listen what you say. You love it. Be honest. Everyone loves what he says. Whatever comes out of it. But you want to show off maybe with something. That's a problem. Just be stupid as you are. Yeah, that's this effortlessness of just being as you are, as stupid as you can be. Perfect stupid. Even starting to talk is stupid, but if you cannot help it anyway, just enjoy the blah blah blah. No? Do your job and be sad. All has to be said. Yeah, anything else? Dum dum da dum, dum dum. Always is this wedding thing. Dum dum da dum, dum dum da dum, dum dum da dum, dum 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 da dum. Dumber and dumber and dumber. The dumbest one can do. Wedding. Shalabah. Dumb, dumber, dumbest. That's the way you realize yourself. The dumb awareness, the dumber consciousness, and the dumbest to be in a body, being in a form. Huh? Dumb, dumber, and dumbest. You're dumbed forever. Dum dum. Dum dum da dum. And then you think by wedding you until that will divorce us. Oh. Scheide. Yeah, no? What to do? No reaction. Boo, 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 boo boo, make boo boo. Yeah, you wrote something down, something remarkable. Stupid people on the listening MP3. Some are really crazy. They wake up with it. They just, when they wake up, already put some Bluetooth in the ear and then I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm in the ear. In the ear tonight, in the ear in the morning, in the ear whatever.
In the ear on the toilet.
I should complain. This toilet talk. The Karl pill. Let him talk. As long as I hear Karl, I don't have to think myself. Lazy bastards. Yeah, good. Last. Oh, no, not the last call. Some calls. This morning was fast. Now it goes. Every day it will be more slowly. Still nothing? No complaints? Oh, I like complaints. Complainer. It's always plain then. After complaints, everything is plain. like ironing. It's the irony of life, making everything plain. It's a big plan. Jose, yeah, emerge
Emerge.
and see.
Sees.
You must be a permanent emergency. Emergency room.
Maybe from next year not.
From what?
From next year onward, maybe not.
Yeah, retired emergency. The George Clooney of Brazil.
Less, much less.
I like the word Clooney. Clone. Cloney. A clone of Georgie. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, what a job I have. No one want to swap with me. Not even me. There's no question. Well, do I have to do everything myself? Yes.
Yeah.
From the right, yes, you have. Yeah, Amsterdam. Nanda. Come on. Need another battery. Like this little bunny. Dum, dum, dum,
Yeah.
dum, 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 dum. And then in the morning comes a new battery and then that's a person. Charged again. At night they all get charged again. The battery gets charged and then in the morning in the evening there's nothing more to this. The life energy in the morning and then charged again and then and at night and in the daytime yoga in the morning.
Not so much. Too lazy nowadays. Yeah.
But you were a yoga teacher or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lazy yoga teachers, that's rare.
No, not then, but now
No.
I'm.
You cannot bother anymore?
No.
Boah.
No.
Something went wrong.
Yeah. Seriously.
Seriously wrong.
Oh my God.
Oh, where should this lead to?
Yeah.
If all the yoga teachers get lazy. Mamma mia.
It's just me getting lazy.
The 60 bed.
I'm dropping out.
Yeah. Retirement. Yeah, sooner or later one is worked out.
Yeah. I
hope too. Soon I will be talked out. If Mochi they all retire, I should think about it.
No, you get all the responsibility.
I really. No, the last time I saw some photos they sent me from Lisboa, 1,500 people, and he's sitting on a throne and then having. It's quite a work to keep that energy in whatever way. Wow. And everyone is expecting something and all the little suckers. Yeah, I understand that makes you tired in a way, because he still wants the best intention one can have. I feel in him is the best intention.
And that already makes you tired. Best
Any intention makes you tired.
Yeah.
Any. It really wears you out.
Yeah.
Intention. And even if you have succeeded in something and there's the people they claim that they woke up with you or something, now awake and they're sitting, the offsprings. It makes you so tired. Transmitting something is really the worst. So, transmitter. And even you get tired by receiving. Being a receiver.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's also expectation, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm presenting you the empty transmission. Nothing is shared here. You think I would share myself? That would be something also, yeah? Sharing myself. Satsang. Celebrating truth. What an effort. I'm already get tired. Celebrating truth. Getting in bed with truth. No. What the fuck is going on? Yeah. I hear some.
What the fuck is going on?
The what?
What the fuck is going on?
What the bleep is going on? It was a movie, documentary. I think so. I met one of the producers in Mallorca. Simon was introducing me with one of the, and I didn't appreciate it.
You didn't?
No. I said, who the fuck wants to know? Fuck, he was a bit disappointed. Because if I feel this little pride or I have done something, well, then
Joy comes up.
like this balloonatic little, the hot air can. So easy to make it. Good, huh? Bucharest. Buka. Yeah, last call. The pub may close. I think you're all hungry and thirsty and.
Saturday night fever.
Yeah. 9 o'clock, it's football again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think Portugal plays.
Yeah?
Portugal against. I forgot. Against Turkey.
Oh, it will be loud.
Fighting.
In Cologne will be loud.
In Cologne. Yeah, these days better not to be in that cities where football happens. Then BAD Pyrmont.
It's better.
It's not so bad. It's quite relaxing. The fever is not so high here. Okay, tomorrow 10 o'clock,
Yes.
a new fresh energy.
Oh yes.
Leave the old one at home.
Yes.
Huh?
Maybe an announcement to remember tomorrow the second talk is early from 2 to 4. Just
Tja, prepare yourself. I don't prepare, but don't follow me. I don't prepare. I come at 5 and you will be gone.
you come at 5 anyway.
Okay. 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock.